If you watch the speeches, if you read the tweets, if you survive the debate, you probably saw something obvious and disqualifying, like when sniffy Trump went after Rosie O'Donnell, or said we can't defend Japan, or gave his string of answers in which he did not deny his tax returns would show he didn't pay anything, and then he said that made him smart, and then said if he had paid them, they would have been squandered. And some people, certainly 30, 40%, maybe more, saw their ideal president. Why? How? Huh? The answer is in something not addressed in that debate Monday or anywhere else in this campaign. The Trump wall. Not that wall, the other wall. There is another wall, and it may be the most undercovered slice of madness in this ceaseless 15 months of electoral id. PPP, public policy polling, is one of the few players in this entire Kafkaesque saga to have maintained some sense of humor. It will ask who you're voting for, but also, do you have a higher opinion of Donald Trump or middle seats on airplanes? Middle seats win, by the way, 45% to 42%. And in one poll it asked, question 12. Question 12. Would you support or oppose building a wall along the Atlantic Ocean to keep Muslims from entering the country from the Middle East? No, you didn't just hallucinate that. But yes, we should look at that question again. Question number 12, would you support or oppose building a wall along the Atlantic Ocean to keep Muslims from entering the country from the Middle East? As you know, there is only one correct answer to that question, and it is, are you out of your goddamned mind? But are you out of your goddamn mind was not one of the choices. Yes, no, not sure. And this is how those participants identifying themselves as Trump supporters came out on this vital question of the other Trump wall. 31% said yes, they were in favor of an Atlantic wall to keep out the Muslims. 52% said no, they were not, and 17% said they were not sure. A wall to keep Muslims from entering the country via the Atlantic. How are they, I can barely say this. How are they supposedly breaching our present Atlantic fortifications? Rowboating in from Syria, are they? Swimming from the ISIS-infested district of Molenbeek in Brussels straight through to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina? Even assuming some spark of humanity and intelligence among these 31% of Trump supporters, which would be they're getting here from so-called Islamic State to Cuba somehow, and then coming up from Cuba on a 1951 Chevy pickup truck repurposed into an ocean-going vessel, maybe? The more you think about this nonsense question and the nearly 1 in 3 Trump supporters who don't know enough about geography or not enough about construction or not enough about how deep the water in the ocean might be or not enough about, life, the less lol-worthy it gets and the more it takes on a shape resembling the entirety of Donald Trump's campaign. Start with a threat that exists only in theory. Since 9/11, no act of terrorism has been conducted in this country by people who were here illegally. Add to that a non-existent paranoid fever. Terrorists are streaming into this country from every corner. Multiply it all by fear and an unthinking desire for mindless revenge and a demagogue happy to exploit it all so he can take over the country, and you get question 12. Do you support an Atlantic wall to keep out them Muslims? Yes, 31%. Let me be clear. Donald Trump has not actually proposed building a wall along the Atlantic, a wall which would have to be 2,069 miles long, or 10 times that long if you wanted to be really safe and block off all the rivers and lakes and other bodies of water that connect to the Atlantic. He has not proposed destroying every beach and every harbor and every marina and every dock and every pier and every bit of shipping and every business and every city dependent on tourism and beachgoers. He didn't say it. The people who want to vote for him said it. Wall off Miami, all of Florida, Georgia, the Carolinas, Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Vermont, and Maine. 2,069 miles. They don't like immigrants, and they don't like anybody who's not white, and they don't like facts, and they don't like things they don't understand, and they don't like Hillary Clinton, and that's why he's still in the race. He is indeed their ideal president. What we do about their proud and defiant stupidity, short of finding these 31% who want an Atlantic wall to keep out surfboarding Muslims in bikinis, finding this 31% and forcing them back to the second grade to start all over again. What we do besides that, I don't know. But between now and November 8th, do not count them or him out. Trump and his idiot supporters do not know the meaning of the word beaten. Well, actually, they don't know the meaning of a lot of words, and therein lies the problem. That's the closer. I'm Keith Olbermann. Watch this space.